playwright, he's an author, he's got a new play happening here in Dartmouth, and it's called The Collector, and I love it. Is it about someone who goes around and collects money that's overdue, John?
Not quite. It's based on Dartmouth's famous folklore collector, Dr. Helen Creighton, and it's how she went about the province collecting all of the material that is now found in her maritime folk songs and her Blue-Nosed Ghosts and her other publications.
And when did you write this?
I wrote it in 1980 as a student at the Mount because Mount St. Vincent University wanted to produce the work. And it was then reproduced at the Friends of the Citadel Dinner Theatre in '86. But this is the first production in Dr. Creighton's hometown of Dartmouth, and I think that's where it really belongs.
And tell us a little bit about it without giving away the whole thing. Give us a little overview here.
Okay. Well, the amazing thing about it is that Dr. Creighton collected Farewell to Nova Scotia in 1933 in West Pepeswick. And in that area, the song was sung in the school systems prior to O Canada. And then when O Canada came in, it sort of got pushed to the back. And what we're trying to do with the song, which is our unofficial anthem of the province, is give the history on how she collected it in that area, and then tell the people what has been done with the song over the past 60 years.
And you said there was something interesting. Of course, Dr. Creighton is no longer with us,
Right.
but you say you often see her in the background.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Well, she's certainly involved in this production in spirit. And when we did the first production in 1980, she sat through the rehearsal process and helped me with the choice of songs and the choice of words that the different characters said. This being the first production that she's not around for, we've been looking for her, and when something goes absolutely perfect in performance or in rehearsal, we know it's because of her.
That's right.
She's guiding us.
When you research something like this, what kind of time and hours go into it, and what's available?
Well, I was very lucky because I was actually changing airplanes in the Toronto airport when Mary Sparlings, the director of the Mount Art Gallery, said, "Why don't you?" And I said, "Well, show me a book when I come back." And she gave me Dr. Creighton's autobiography, and I took it from there. And Dr. Creighton has about 15 publications, so in one sense that made it easy because the resource material was there, but in another sense there was such a vast amount of material to choose. I had to start by reading the 15 books and then look at the material and think what would work on stage as opposed to the printed page and take it from Dr. Creighton's material. But with her help, I think I found just the right ghost story and the right songs that work well in stage presentation.
You mentioned you had a great deal of luck as well with the musical component. You ran into two people. You want to tell me who they are?
Dawn and Carla are my musical people. They are from the Shabakto Singers, and they're used to singing in harmony, and they were able to take the folk song material and give us that lovely two-part harmony and then add even 3- and 4-part harmony with cast members. So it gave that extra edge to Farewell to Nova Scotia, to Drimmin Down, to Carrion Crow, and other such songs from the Creighton collection.
When you're looking at the cast, when you look for actors, for example, what kinds of characteristics did you look for?
Very versatile actors because, for instance, Dr. Creighton collected from all over the Atlantic provinces, so the actor or actress in this scene may be telling a folk song or a folk tale from German descent, and then they have to switch into a French character when she collected from down in Acadia, or they may have to go into some Gaelic from Cape Breton. So very versatile actors who can play all of the little mini roles that exist within the structure of the play.
And was that a problem?
No, actually it's a lot of fun because in rehearsal process you get to experiment with all the different accents and the characters, and you get to laugh your way through it and finally find out what works and what doesn't.
Did you work at the directing of it as well?
This is the first time. It's third time the show's been done, but the first time I directed it myself. And
how did you find that?
Easy and hard, because as an author I have a vision, but as a director with the people involved sometimes you have limitations, so you have to let one go for the other. But I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. It's a very, very good cast, and they work hard at making sure that Dr. Creighton's collection is as authentic as possible.
And it's running, it actually started a few weeks ago.
Started on July 2nd, and it runs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings until August 14th at the Creighton Community Center in Dartmouth.
And where is that, just in case there's
just by
that...
Sullivan's Pond there.
And the response has been very good, I understand.
The response has been good, yeah.
Does when a play runs that long, when you're doing it 3 nights a week, and I often thought about this when I saw The Phantom of the Opera and Cats. Does the cast get very familiar with the role and slack off, or does it get better? What happens?
That is the danger in a long run, because it just becomes a route, and each week you're just doing the show. But one of the beautiful things about this performance is, with Dr. Creighton collecting over 5,000 different songs from around the province, we can take 10 this week and we can drop 2 next week and add 3 more, and we can get to vary the script from week to week because of the song material and always keep it fresh.
Oh, well, that's good for the cast. In between, and you started in July right through to August, do you still rehearse each week before the Thursday,
Yes.
Friday, Saturday?
Yeah. We have an hour rehearsal each Thursday evening to make sure that it is back up to where it was when we left it the Saturday before. to keep it
And
fresh.
what do you see yourself doing after this?
Well, as soon as this show's over, I'm leaving for Niagara Falls because I wrote a musical based on Leslie Gore's career, and it is premiering in Niagara Falls.
Leslie
during
Gore
March.
of It's My Party fame.
Did you ever wonder what happened to Johnny and Judy? Well, that show tells you.
I love it. And how long will you be there for?
For 3 weeks. I want to see the run up there. Yeah.
And you actually wrote the play for that as well?
Yes, following the storyline that was so evident in It's My Party and Judy's Turn to Cry.
So how do you go from Helen Creighton to Leslie Gore?
It's a pretty big gamut, but actually, Catherine McKinnon recorded Farewell to Nova Scotia in 1963, and Leslie Gore recorded It's My Party in 1963. So I think it's these 30th anniversaries.
So
that
they
are
tie
talking.
together. I mean, there's no problem.
It'll work.
So, until August the 14th, you can actually see The Collector. I love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
And it's playing at the Helen Creighton
Creighton Community Center, Sullivan's Pond.
in Sullivan's Pond. And it starts
It starts at 8 o'clock.
on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So good luck then. When you come back from Niagara Falls, can we talk to you again?
Sure.
Because I'd love to hear how Johnny and Judy are doing.
It's a secret.
I've been talking to John Brown, who's a playwright and author, and he's had some very successful plays. He's been staged. In fact, you were part of the whole Christmas production that we had here last year
That's
at
right,
Mac
Woody.
Mall, the Woody, and I brought my little boy to that, and he just loved it. He was one of the ones that actually practically crawled onto the set. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.